Greetings, everyone, on this beautiful summer day. Welcome to another Wine and Dollies. You'll have to excuse me, I have RA and I managed to screw up my right shoulder, so having a problem with the coffee cup. Anyway, I haven't had internet, so I apologize I haven't been able to keep up with videos or make one. But I had a few things I wanted to share, and I guess we'll just get down to it. This is my latest doll. She's my Resinsoul me. Her name is Brigitte. She is very feminine, but yet kind of a tomboy at times at heart. I did change her eye color. She now has yellow-green eyes, and I think they suit her personality wonderfully. I did do her nails in kind of a pink because she likes subtle tones, especially with her lovely tan skin. I'm really enjoying her. I haven't had a chance to make any clothes for her because due to my mold toxicity issues, we have been living in a camper, and that's another story for another day. Anyway, I did get some clothes from Alice's collection. That's where this blouse came from. I made the choker, and I bought a long kind of a bridal outfit off of Amazon for 1/3, and found out very quickly that these things do not fit the Resinsoul me dolls. They're for a chunkier BJD, for lack of a better term. I hope I don't offend anybody, but I sure am enjoying her. I bought some Tonner American Model patterns, and I'm going to see if I can adjust those to fit her, because they're pretty bosomy and have the small waist, so I'm thinking I'll have better luck with that. But she did get some new boots, and they don't fit very well. They're huge on her, but I guess that's what we have to work with for right now. I wanted to give you some background information on how I got started on this hobby. Originally, I started collecting dolls when I was around 9 with my mom. My mom was very ill at the time and couldn't figure out why. I do believe that this was also due to mold toxicity issues. However, she did find a way for us to have fun in spite of her pain. And God rest her soul. I love her for that. Anyway, she got me started in the hobby after she passed away. Unfortunately, many of the dolls that we had collected were sold. It was heartbreaking, but these things happen. Anyway, I continued to collect miniatures. Had a beautiful dollhouse, and again, due to my mold toxicity issues, I'm gonna have to give that up. You can save the furniture though. Anyway, when I got sick about 10 years ago and no one could figure out what was going on, I just continued to get worse. In 2013, I had to take medical retirement from the library that I worked at. That was really sad because I loved my job, and I pretty much gave up on things. And I cannot stress enough, if you have a chronic illness, find a hobby, and dolls are an excellent way to go. When I can move my hands without pain, I love to sew, and I do believe, even with rheumatoid arthritis, that you have to stay active. If you don't stay active, you're really gonna hurt. So, enough on that subject. But I was laying in bed one night and feeling sorry for myself, and I got to thinking, Mom used to make beautiful doll clothes, and I thought, I wonder if I can find a doll that I could make clothes for. Most of the dolls that we collected, you'll have to understand, the newer ones stayed in packages. The older, like the Bruin Jamo that we had, were placed in glass cases. These were to be touched or played with. I wanted a doll I could play with, and I came up with this little gal. This is the Evangeline Ghastly Evening Nightshade. She was my first Evangeline Ghastly doll. I love her. Unfortunately, about 6 months after I had her, I loved her articulation, which is pretty intense. I mean, you can do all kinds of poses with her at the waist. So I posed her a lot. This gown is showing up kind of a midnight blue on the camera, but it is actually a deep purple. I made this outfit for her. I can't remember the name of the pattern, but I do know that it is Designs by Jude. The gauntlets came from my Snake Empress outfit. But I just, in spite of the issues with the body, etc., I fell in love with her. I fell in love with her story. She is, I guess she's supposed to be either dead or severely gothic, and she doesn't know she's dead. She works in a mortuary, which doesn't make sense if you're dead, if you'll forgive me for saying so. Anyway, she's somewhat socially inept, has a problem getting along with people, but she loves to sew, and the manor house that she lives in, there's all these old costumes, and she likes to take them and refurbish them and redesign them. So I take the patterns and whoops, that was not good. Forgive me for that. But I take the patterns and kind of redo them a little bit and try to put my own slant on the designs. Goodness, forgive me. Hopefully that'll stay. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Then I wanted to have one of each of the doll characters that go with the Wild Imagination line, who makes the doll. So I got an Angelique, and unfortunately I don't have her with me. She's in storage along with most of my other stuff due to the mold toxicity. And then after that I got my first resin doll. This is my Odd Life Pinella. I love her. She originally came with blue eyes and kind of medium brown hair, and I didn't like that look. So I put a Mortal Love wig on her and brown eyes. This is also a Designs by Jude pattern. It's sort of a Regency period outfit. It has a hat and cape that goes with it, but again, I don't have it with me. The articulation on the resin dolls is not as well done as the plastic dolls, like the doll that I showed previously, but I do really like them. They're more substantial. They take a lot of wear and tear, because I like to pose my dolls a lot, and I like to play with them. So if you're interested in this line, I would suggest the resins over the plastic. Then the next doll that I ended up buying is my Lily Kathleen. I named her after my sister, who passed away about a year ago, I think due to complications of the same disease that I have. Anyway, she came in a beautiful burgundy gown, and it kind of reminded me of Game of Thrones, so I don't know if they were headed in that direction, but unfortunately the original gown is in storage. And she is missing her eyelashes, because when you have mold problems, things have to be cleaned with a special cleaner, and I think it loosened up the glue, and I haven't had a chance to replace them yet, so I hope she forgives me for letting her be seen in public without her eyelashes. This is another Designs by Jude pattern. It's a long robe that trails out in back with the long bell sleeves. I do have a dress underneath. This is one of the Wild Imagination dresses. I believe that went with the Velvet Sunset outfit. I do have the coat, but you can't get it on the resin dolls without removing the hands, and with my rheumatoid arthritis, that's not a good thing. Anyway, but I really love making clothes for these dolls. And I found a pair of shoes for them on Etsy. Little old-fashioned kind of punk boots, but way goth, and I love them. My husband got me them for my anniversary one year. Then, last but not least, for right now, this is Theodora. She is also a resin. She just fell over, so her hair's a little messy. Her hair was originally white. She is, I believe, Divine Moonlight, and if I'm wrong, please forgive my memory. I purchased her second hand, and I just love her. I love the way she has the quirky eyebrow. She's the type of character that she really takes charge of everything and keeps the other girls in line. This is a Monique wig. It is not a Wild Imagination wig, and I'm very happy with it. It handled the mold soap wonderfully and came out beautifully. I washed it in the soap and then washed it with regular shampoo, and it retained the curl, so I was extremely happy with that. But anyway, these are a few of my ladies, and I just wanted to introduce them to you. And I hope everybody's having a great summer. Enjoy your dolls. Enjoy life. Namaste, everyone.